It's come to this. The House of York has been reduced to a travel itinerary and a DVLA update. Princess Beatrice is networking in Riyadh. Princess Eugenie is taking selfies on the Seine, and their father, the newly titleless Prince Andrew, is removing his DOY number plates like a magician making a rabbit vanish, except the rabbit in this case weighs 12 stone and still owes rent on a Windsor mansion. GB News, naturally, has treated this family unravelling as opera buffa. The tone is not elegy but glee, the schadenfreude of the disgruntled taxpayer watching the last vestiges of hereditary entitlement peel off a Bentley. There's a certain joy in the bureaucratic presentation of it all and the precision. DVLA records confirm that AYO2DOY and AYO2DOY are no longer linked to any vehicle. The British Revolution, it seems, has been achieved not by guillotine but by registration form. Andrew's relinquishing of the Duke of York title, that sentimental gift from his mother, now returned to the crown like a faulty heirloom, marks the true exile, not of the daughters but of the dynasty. The York brand is finished, even if it is sort of in retirement rather than banished. The peppercorn lease at Royal Lodge, the Epstein emails, the televised evasions, all have fermented into a kind of national farce. He's not merely lost his title, he's lost his monogram. And as for the princesses, their departures are both symbolic and practical. Paris and Riyadh may be glamorous, but these are also convenient places to be seen, not being seen. They skipped the pink ball at the British Museum, an event whose guest list resembled an auctioned catalogue of aristocratic decline. Instead, Eugenie posed in front of the Eiffel Tower, democratic, cosmopolitan, safely apolitical. Beatrice, meanwhile, looked for refuge among venture capitalists, the one tribe less trusted than her family. There she was, vice president of something tech-sounding, embodying the modern royal art, the appearance of usefulness. GB News has, of course, cast all this as karmic balance. The once pampered princesses reduced to commercial flights and corporate dinners, their father forced to drive an unmarked Range Rover like any other unremarkable Englishman, the personalised plates DOY, that bold assertion of rank, are now deregistered, deleted, untraceable, no ranking here, no ranking in public anyway. In a nation obsessed with status, this is the truest punishment, anonymity. Behind the laughter, though, lies a strange melancholy, for Beatrice and Eugenie are by royal standards blameless. They work, they smile, they attend charity functions, yet their lives are written in the footnotes of their father's disgrace. Their exile is not official, merely atmospheric. They've fled not a country but a conversation. And it's tempting to see in this saga a parable of the modern monarchy, the dwindling of grandeur into administration, titles surrendered, leases examined, number plates revoked, ranking lost. I don't suppose Andrew would know how to rank these days. He's probably so depressed. The Windsors once lost empires, now they lose registration, privileges and ranking. The tabloids once reported abdications, now they track logins to the DVLA portal. Still, GB News may be right about one thing. There is something richly British in this absurd spectacle, a scandal managed through paperwork, disgrace recorded in a spreadsheet, and royal dignity measured by whether the Range Rover bears an identifying plate, a revolution in minor key. And so, the Duke is no longer of York, the Duchess no longer of anything, the princesses, itinerant, Instagrammed and improbably sympathetic, continue their quiet retreat from the theatre of monarchy. The curtain falls not with tragedy but with bureaucracy. A cancelled lease here, a missing plate there, and a family that once ruled half the world now ruled by the Department of Transport. It is, one suspects, how Britain prefers its revolutions, polite, administrative, and faintly absurd.